Algae belongs to Thallophyta division. See, we discussed today algae general characters and its classification. See, general characters of algae. See, before the explanation of general characters, phycology. Phycology means pyco from Greek means seaweed and is the scientific study of algae. Scientific study of algae is called phycology. Pykos means seaweeds in Greek, also known as algology. Phycology is a branch of life science and often is regarded as a subdiscipline of botany. Subdiscipline of botany. Father of modern phycology is French scientist. Father of modern phycology, French scientist. Father of phycology. Father of phycology, Maurice. Father of modern phycology in India, Professor M.O.P. Iyengar. See, it is introduction of algae or phycology. Phycology means the scientific study of algae. It is also known as algology. It is a branch of botany. Father of modern phycology is French scientist. Father of phycology, Maurice scientist. Father of modern phycology in India, Professor M.O.P. Iyengar. See, general characters of algae. General characteristics of algae. Algae are photosynthetic eukaryotic organisms. They belong to Thallophyta division. All algae shows thallus structure. They cannot differentiate it into root, shoot, and leaves, but they are green in color. The green color Thallophyta subdivisions are called algae. The green color algae participated in the photosynthesis to prepare food material. So these algae are photosynthetic eukaryotic organisms. Eukaryotic means they contain true nucleus. Around the nucleic acid, nuclear envelope is present called true nucleus. If true nucleus is present in any cell or any organisms, they called eukaryotic organisms. Like algae are photosynthetic eukaryotic organisms. They can prepare own food material by the photosynthesis. They are commonly found in aquatic environments, including freshwater, marine, and brackish water. See, all algae are developed or found in only aquatic regions. Found in only aquatic regions, aquatic environment, including fresh water, marine water, brackish water. They are either motile or non-motile. Means the algae are in motile condition or in non-motile condition. Motile algae are contain flagella for the movement, for the motility. Non-motile algae are without flagella. They are not in motile condition. Some of the motile and non-motile algae may from a colony known as cynodium. See, algae are to form a colony-like structure. Some of algae, some of the motile and non-motile algae are form a colony-like structure. That colony-like structure is called cynodium. That is known as cynodium. Colony known as cynodium. Algae possess the usual eukaryotic structure. They contains Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, and a nucleus. These are the eukaryotic structures. These are present in all algal cells. The algae includes both the microscopic unicellular to microscopic and to macroscopic multicellular organisms. The algae includes the both microscopic unicellular to macroscopic multicellular organisms. It means that algae include small size to big size, large size like multicellular organism like structures. Most of the algae are autotrophic, characterized by their ability to use the carbon dioxide as a carbon source and light as an energy source. So already initially we discussed photosynthetic eukaryotic organisms. The photosynthetic eukaryotic organism means in photosynthesis, they utilized carbon dioxide for carbon source to prepare carbohydrates by the light energy. These are called photosynthesis mechanism, and these algae are also called autotrophic, characterized. Autotrophic characterized means they can prepare own food material by the photosynthesis by utilizing of carbon dioxide and consuming of energy in presence of energy. So they called autotrophic characterized algae. They produced both sexually and asexually. That algae are participated in sexual types of reproduction as well as in asexual types of reproductions. These are the main general characteristics of algae. Now, classification of algae. See, mainly majority of the scientists are classified different types of ways for the classification of algae. But here it is we discussed the classification of algae by Fritz scientist. This is the major classification for our syllabus. Classification of algae by Fritz scientist. See, Fritz classification of algae. One of the best known algal classification was proposed by the Fritz scientist, who divided them into 11 classes. The algae divided into 11 classes in 1945 by Fritz scientist. The classification of algae is based on the pigments, flagella, reserved food material. The Fritz scientist classified algae into 11 classes. In 1945, the classification of algae is based on presence of pigments, presence and types of flagella, and presence of reserved food material. 11 classes proposed by the Fritz scientist, they are as follows. First class is Chlorophyceae. Second class is Xanthophyceae. Third class is Chrysophyceae. Fourth class is Bacillariophyceae. Fifth class is Cryptophyceae. Sixth class is Dinophyceae. And seventh class is Chloromonadae. And 8th class in Euglenidae, and 9th class Piopice, 10th class Rhodopice, and last 11th class is Mixopice. See, we discussed the pigments, presence of pigments, presence of flagella, presence of reserved food material, all these classes. It is the clear explanation about the Fritsch classification about the algae. See, first class is Chlorophyceae. In Chlorophyceae, the pigments are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. The chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, including carotenoids, xanthophyll pigments also present. They are dark green in color. These are the pigments belongs to Chlorophyceae. And the types of flagella, 1, 2, 4 are more equal. Flagellas are present. At the anterior, they are belongs to whiplash flagella. 1, 2, 4 are more equal. Anterior flagellas are present. That flagellas belongs to whiplash type of flagellas. And the reserved food material is only starch. It belongs to Chlorophyceae. And the next class is Xanthophyceae. In Xanthophyceae, the pigments are chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotenoids, and xanthophylls. These are the pigments present in the Xanthophyceae. And the flagellas are two unequal anterior flagellas. One is belongs to tin cell flagella and one is belongs to whiplash flagella. Mainly two flagellas are present. They are unequal. One flagella belongs to tin cell, another flagella belongs to whiplash. And the reserved food material belongs to Xanthophyceae is fats and leucocene. These are the reserved food material in the Xanthophyceae class of algae. And Chrysophyceae, it is the third class. In Chrysophyceae, the pigments chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, carotenoids are present. Chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, carotenoids are present. These are the pigments belongs to Chrysophyceae. The flagellas, 1 or 2 unequal or equal anterior. Both the flagella, whiplash or tinlash, or one is whiplash or one is tin cell flagella. And reserved food materials are oil and leucocene. Oils and leucocines are the reserved food material belongs to Cryophyceae class of algae. The fourth class is Bacillariophyceae. The Bacillariophyceae containing pigments, they are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C. Chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C pigments including carotenoids. The flagellas, one anterior flagella present in only male gametes. The male gametes containing only one flagella at the anterior end of the male gametes. That one flagella belongs to tin cell flagella. And reserved food material belongs to Bacillariophyceae, leucocene and fats. And Cryptophyceae, it is the fifth class. Cryptophyceae pigments are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C, carotenoids and xanthophylls are present. In this Cryptophyceae, the flagella unequal anterior. Both flagellas are tin cell type. Unequal anterior flagella, that unequal anterior flagella, both flagellas are belongs to tin cell type of flagella. And the reserved food material is starch. Reserved food material is starch in the Cryptophyceae. And next class is Dinophyceae. In Dinophyceae, the pigments are chlorophyll A, chlorophyll C, carotenoids and xanthophylls. These are the pigments in the Dinophyceae. In the flagellas, two unequal, they belongs to whiplash Lateral flagella in different plane. Lateral flagella in different plane. It belongs to Dinophysi. And reserved food material Dinophysi is starch and oils. Starch and oils. The next one is Chloromonadiae. Chloromonadiae, it is the next class of algae. The pigments of Chloromonadiae, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, carotenoids and xanthophylls. See, the flagellas are two equal flagella on the Chloromonadiae, and the reserved food materials are oils. The next class is Euglenophysi. In Euglenophysi, the pigments are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, and the flagellas are 1 or 2 anterior tin cell flagellas are present. 1 or 2 tin cell flagellas are present on the anterior part of Euglenophysi of algae. And the reserved food materials are fats and paramyelin. Paramyelin food materials, reserved food materials are present in Euglenophysi. The next class is Phaeophysi. The Phaeophysi contains the pigments are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C. Chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C including xanthophylls. These are the pigments of Phaeophysi. And flagellas, two unequal whiplash and tin cell at lateral flagella. Two unequal whiplash flagellas are present, and tin cell flagellas are present at the lateral part of the Phaeophysi algae. And the reserved food material is laminarin, starch and fats. Laminarin, starch and fats reserved food materials are present in the Phaeophysi of algae. And the next class is Rhodophysi. In Rhodophysi, chlorophyll A and rhodophysin or rhodophycoerythrin pigments are present. In this Rhodophysi, flagellas are absent. So these algae are non-motile algae. And reserved food material, Floridian starch. The reserved food materials are Floridian starch in the Rhodophysi. And the Cynophysi or Mixophysi, it is the last class. The Cynophysi containing chlorophyll A, carotenoids, C, phycocyanin, allophycocyanin. These are the pigments belongs to Mixophysin or Cynophysi. In here also flagellas are absent. Here also flagellas are absent. The reserved food material is Cynophysian starch. Cynophysian starch. These are the classification of algae based on the presence of pigments, based on the types of flagella, and based on the presence of reserved food material. This classification done by the French scientist